Right, hello wine drinking people. Today is Wednesday, the 3rd of December, and pretty much all of our drinking events finished up for the year. Well, we got one left, our Vintage Crew tasting here on Friday night, but unfortunately that's sold out. And we got to get busy here the next couple of weeks at the Wine Watch with our Wine Watch gift box selections. Maybe cut a little bit short because we're running short on boxes this year, but so get your orders in early. So all I'm saying, because we may be finishing up our holiday season before Christmas this year, maybe a week before Christmas. Anyways, we still got a lot of great wines in the store, and you know the Wine Spectator comes out with their list of their top 100 wines of the year, the wines that they've rated the highest, and it's always nice to get accolades from the press, but in some ways it's a kiss of death to be the #1 wine, because then everybody wants your wine, even though they may not like it. And, you know, the most important thing here at the Wine Watch is we give you, our wine-drinking people, enough opportunities to taste the world's great wines so you can decide for yourself whether you like the wine. Hey, anybody that stops in the store over the next week, I want to pop a bottle of the Podere Sapaio, Volpolo, in the store for you wine-drinking people. And even though we don't have any tastings going on, we're always drinking here at the Wine Watch. This has been one of the top values from Bolgheri, which is, I don't want to say an up-and-coming region in Italy because, well, it's been around for a long time. You know, Sassicaia, been making wine since the 40s here, and of course, they're making wine everywhere in Italy for at least a few hundred, if not a few thousand years. But this is a relatively new area. It wasn't until the 40s that Nicole Incasa went out there and, well, his family went out there and decided they wanted to grow Bordeaux varietals because they love the great wines of Bordeaux. And this is the Napa Valley of Tuscany, I guess if you could say that. And this is where they grow Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, Cabernet Franc, Petit Verdot, and they make Bordeaux blends that are absolutely outstanding. If you close your eyes, you might think you're in Napa Valley, in this case, or maybe in Bordeaux. These are big reds, 14.5% alcohol, so very rich like the Cabernets of the Napa Valley. They still have that distinct earthiness, that terroir of Tuscany. And this is a very passionate man, Massimo, who's been in the store several times. We've had him, we've sent people out to visit him there in Bolgheri, and this is a 40-acre property, and he's got about 7,500 cases he makes of this wine, so not a tiny producer by any means, but relatively small. I think he makes about 10,000 cases total production. And this Volpolo is his second wine. And the Podere Sapaio, his first wine in 2011, didn't score nearly as high. And that's why I always say you can't drink points, because sometimes the second wines of these great properties drink so much better when they're released. Sometimes they score higher than the first wine, like this wine scored 93 points, made it into the Spectator's Top 100, ranked number 22, and a great little value, $35 a bottle. Hey, that is an incredible value if you think about what Napa Valley cabs cost that score in the mid-90s, if you think about what Bordeaux's cost, but then think about Italy and some of this wine's competitors, Ornellaia, Sassicaia, Grepecaia, all the great Aya wines. And this wine fits right in there with all of the great stuff being made in Bolgheri today. And I encourage you, this 2011 vintage, to hold on to, because several people have said this is one of the greatest vintages in the history of this region in Italy, and these wines are just going to get better and better with some bottle age, and maybe that's why the first wine didn't score as high as the second wine in this case, because it needs a little time. This wine's made by the great Carlo Farini, is 70% Cab, 15% Merlot, 15% Petit Verdot, aged for 14 months in French oak, and very intense bouquet, dark currants, dark cherry, violet floral notes, black pepper spice, a big and chewy wine on the tongue. This wine needs a little time to open up. It has that lovely richness, that liqueur-like fruit that you get from these wines from Bolgheri, from the Maremma, and a lot of spice and that earth coming in at the end, a lot of minerality. This wine's big but really balanced. Like I said, you want to hold on to it for a decade or more in your cellar. It will definitely reward you. Check it out. My pick for the top value from Bolgheri this year, 2014. I'm your host, Andrew Lampasoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying, remember, always drink the good stuff first.